It is really cold, but I really like this top, so it's staying on for the moment. After I'm done filming, I'll just put on a sweater or something. So it is February 15th, and my computer's doing the delay thing again. I am about halfway to the second with Google, and I'm at around 8,500 stitches for the month. So if I keep going at the rate I've been going, I'm looking at around 6,000, 7,000 stitches for the month, which is really exciting. Let me just give you some statistics regarding Pokemon before I show it to you, because I realized during the week that I did not give it last week and the week before, so here it is. We are now at 133,058 stitches for the entire piece. I'm only missing like less than 10,000, which is amazing. And at 93.88%. So I'll just reveal that before I started, I was at 88% or around 88%. It's like the last section is the last like 12% or so. Okay, that was my Orts buckets. Yeah, I put it on there and it got weird. The magnet went onto the ring, so now I have to find where it is. Hold on. Okay, this is where I am at the moment. The entire Bellwether line is done, and I'm so happy that you can actually see a part of Venusaur right here. It's incredible. To me, it's incredible. There's also a little bit of a Venusaur leg right here under Charmander's feet. And I have very little to do on Charmander before it's done. And I mean, Charizard's wings, as much, like, I think it's a really overrated Pokemon because of all the hype it gets every single time, the amount of people who love it so much. But honestly, the wings right now, that particular wing, doing it for me. I love it. It kind of reminds me of, oh, sorry, my goodness, Dragonite's wings. It's really similar colors, and it's so pretty. I really like that color combination. So yeah, this is where we are now. We still need to finish the fire starter line and do the entirety of the water starter line, which is Squirtle. And I still have to finish the Pidgey line, the bird line, and the Rattata line, the rat line. And after that, it's just 800. I still have about 2,500 stitches of just the background color 800 left. And after that, it's like, it's done. I have so many colors that I finished. These are actually the ones that I need to get up into my catalog. And I also have a lot of colors that I finished that are in either Harmony or Wings as well. So I just put it over there with the rest of my things for both of them, for like the rest of the colors with both of them. And I am leaning quite heavily to do all 3 months of Wings. So like March, April, and May to be Wings months. Do as much as I can, finish them. I don't think I'll be able to finish Pokemon this month, in February. But I can always just pick it back up in June, do like one WIPGO goal and put it aside, because that's probably the amount I'll need left to finish it, or just have a grid ready for the second generation, have like everything ready, and then just start it immediately after I finish the first gen. That's at least what I'm leaning towards. Yeah. So maybe I'll do March as well for Pokemon, because I do want to finish that before its 2-year mark, which is June 19th this year. It's gonna be June 19th this year. So hoping, but I can also just pick it up at the beginning of June and probably still finish it before the 19th. So I'm not particularly worried about that, but we'll see where it is when February ends. It is a smaller month than usual, so it makes sense that I'm not going to be able to finish what I want, because I'm missing like 2 or 3 days out of the month to do that in, so but it's fine. I can always just pick it up whenever I want to. Also, when I moved the frame, I kind of moved it wrong. So now this part, like this, is the right side. This is not the right side. When I was actually stitching, it's not that big a deal, but sometimes the tension kind of runs away because I'm still learning how to use it. So I need to like open it and pull a little bit and then close it back up, and it's considerably harder when I need to just like turn it completely over and then undo it and then like turn it back to the right position and pull and then turn it back and close it again. It's very labor intensive compared to like not having to turn it, or even to like Q snaps. So yeah, but I am still learning, and I do like how it's so much lighter than a Q snap and so much easier to hold than a Q snap. So I don't mind. I don't mind. And the next time I hop in the store, in the craft store, which I don't have anything that I particularly need right now, but when I do, I am buying 3 more of these and just using them, one for every whip slot, because it's so much easier than just moving them from work to work once a month. Because honestly, moving them and the piece from section to section, not the easiest thing. So yeah, but it's fine. So as for the writing part, and I know I said I wouldn't do it anymore, but it is a part of the WIPGO this year, so I'm going to talk about it this year. I actually managed to work on one whip for the last 14 days. I'm actually really excited about it because if you look at my whip list for January's WIPGO, I worked on pieces like a week at most, and then I just switched to another writing whip. So I'm actually really excited that I managed to stick with one for the entirety of the first, well, these 2 weeks. Thing is, I am considering working on another whip, but it's based on another book by another author, so I am trying to get her permission to do that, because you can have to if you have plans to sell. And I do have plans to sell. Again, I want to publish a book this year. So it's like a trope book. So I'm hoping to write it in my current worlds, like my current web's worlds, so I have a little bit more of a grasp on them, especially because one of them I want to change basically completely. So yeah, I'm waiting for permission from her, and as soon as I get it, assuming I do get it, I'm gonna start working on that and pivot from the other lip that I'm currently working on, mainly because it's a particularly spicy scene. It's a particularly spicy book, and I think I can't really get through more than like a line or two at any given time. So people around me at every single turn, especially because I spend most of my writing time writing at work. Actually, that's not true. I spend about a third of my writing time at work writing. But there are people here all the time. And at the beginning of the year, I gave myself 30 minutes of stitching, 30 minutes of writing to count as WIP go. And over the first 3 weeks of January, I did, over the first week and a half, I actually did that in January. And then, sorry, either I wasn't feeling it or, gee, either, there it is, okay, well, close as it gets. Either I wasn't feeling it or I just didn't have the time to do the whole 30 minutes, and I just dropped it. And now it's like one letter, one stitch, and it counts as if I did the entire 30 minutes. I am really sorry about my voice. I am still getting over that cold, and I was working yesterday, and I was working with another girl, and we had conversations despite her being on the other side of the store from me. So we kind of had to yell to each other. So I was really pissed at my boss because he's been doing some stuff this week that I really do not agree with. Mainly pointing out that I'm doing my job wrong, which really not. But I don't want to get into it because I will get pissed and disappointed and just hateful. And I will want to start to cry. So, not getting into that. I spent the last 3 hours of my day yesterday before I went to sleep feeling that way, and was this close to crying after I got home from work, and I really hate crying. I do not want to do that. But yeah, after this little tangent, I am seriously considering quitting. Problem is, I can't move from one job to another because I don't have another job to move to, so I'm kind of stuck in this job, this thankless job with a thankless manager, at least when it comes to me, because he has no issues complimenting other girls when they're doing a good job. So just a little part of it, because I am doing a good job. I'm doing an excellent job. I'm doing a much better job, and I literally held the entire store on my back for 6 months before he came. So yeah, definitely doing a good job. But he doesn't think that way because his standards are crazy high, apparently. He's also really into micromanaging, and he doesn't really trust me. So clearly we have issues that we need to work on. We had he calls it an argument. I didn't see it as an argument, and all I asked of him was to keep me updated on things that arrive at the store, merchandise that arrives at the store that is important for all of us to know, because let's face it, we kind of need to know what we have in order to sell those things. And I didn't know what we have yesterday, and I made a mistake due to lack of knowledge. I was able to fix it, but he got pissed at me, and it was not my fault, because how am I supposed to know what we have if he won't tell me. So yeah, sorry for the tangent. Not gonna happen until next time he really pisses me off. Yeah, so I honestly just care too much about this job to just rage quit or just truly stop caring about it. But ever since he came on, I'm slowly getting there to like truly not caring about this job. And I've been there since the end of March 2025, and I had a few times where I thought this job is thankless, it's not worth it, I'm gonna quit, and I'm still here. So probably not gonna happen anytime soon, but he really does annoy me to no end, because what I absolutely hate most at any job that I work, and I worked quite a lot of jobs in my relatively short life, at least the professional life, and I want to get credit for the things I do beyond the basic job. And the only place I got that was during my service. And she praised me like the entire year because I went above and beyond, because her employees, like the usual employees, just really were not into doing the job at all. So basically I did a job of like 3 people, just me by myself, and I still had 2 months at the end of my service to basically build their archive from nothing. Seriously enjoyed that. I really want to get back to it, but market is drier than the Sahara at the moment, so can't exactly do that. Yeah. So kind of in a pickle in my professional career. Hopefully I will find something else soon, so the stress doesn't affect me too much, because stress and anger, honestly, they have a really ugly effect on me, on my body, on my health. So I guess my fault for caring too much. So yeah, I am going to let you go. That was the update for the week. When you join me next week, it will be after I've completed Whipco goal number 2, and we will check back in with Pokemon and see where we were. Well, not where we were, but where we will be. So yeah, if there's anything you want to tell me, comment down below, please. I love to hear from you guys. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you like the video, like the video. And until next time, keep on reading, keep on stitching, keep on reading.